outworn, once more sleep fell upon me. Now in the darkness of the holy place once more there came a dream or vision, since before me in her glory stood the goddess, Isis, crowned with the crescent of the young moon and holding in her hand the jewelled sistrum that is her symbol, from which came music like the melody of distant bells. She gazed at me and in her great eyes were scorn and anger. "O Ayesha, daughter of wisdom," she said in a solemn voice, "whom I, Isis, had come to look upon rather as a child than a servant, since in none other of my priestesses was such greatness to be found, and whom in a day to be I had purposed to raise to the very steps of my heavenly throne, thou hast broken thine oath and, forsaking me, hast worshipped false Aphrodite of the Greeks, who is mine enemy. Yea, in the eternal war between the spirit and the flesh, thou hast chosen the part of flesh. Therefore I hate thee and add my doom to that which Aphrodite laid upon thee, which hadst thou prayed to me and not to her, I would have lifted from thy heart. Hearken, the Grecian whom thou hast chosen by Aphrodite's will, thou shalt love as the Parthian said. More, thy love shall bring his blood upon thy hands, nor mayst thou follow him to the grave. For I will show thee the source of life, and thou shalt drink of it to make thyself more fair even than thou art and thus outpace thy rival. And when thy lover is dead, in a desolate place thou shalt wait in grief and solitude till he is born again and find thee there. Yet shall this be but the beginning of thy sorrows, since through all time thou shalt pursue thy fate, till at length thou canst draw up this man to the height on which thine own soul stands by the ropes of love and loss and suffering. Moreover, through it all thou shalt despise thyself, which is man's and woman's hardest lot, thou who having the rare feast of spirit spread out before thee, hast chosen to fill thyself from the troughs of flesh. Then, Allan, in my dream I made a proud answer to the goddess, saying, "Hear me, mighty mistress of many forms who dost appear in all that lives. An evil fate has fallen upon me, but was it I who chose that fate? Can the leaf contend against the driving gale? Can the falling stone turn upwards to the sky? Or when nature draws it, can the tide cease to flow? The goddess whom I have offended, that goddess whose strength causes the whole world to be, has laid her curse upon me, and because I have bent before the storm, as bend I must, or break another goddess whom I serve, thou thyself, Mother Isis, hast added to the curse. Where then is justice, O Lady of the Moon?" "Not here, woman," she answered, "yet far away. Justice lives and shall be won at last and mayhap because thou art so proud and high stomached, it is laid upon thee to seek her blinded eyes through many an age. Yet at last I think thou shalt see thy signs against her weights and find the balance even. Therefore cease from questioning the high decrees of destiny which thou canst not understand and be content to suffer, remembering that all joy grows from the root of pain. Moreover, know this for thy comfort, that the wisdom which thou hast shall grow and gather on thee, and with it thy beauty and thy power. Also that at the last thou shalt look upon my face again, in token whereof I leave to thee my symbol, the sistrum that I bear, and with it this command: follow that false priest of mine wherever he may go, and avenge me upon him. And if thou lose him there, wait while the generations pass till he return again. Such and no other is thy destiny." Allan, the vision faded, and when I awoke the lights of dawn played upon the image of the goddess in the sanctuary. They played moreover upon the holy jewelled thing that in my dream her hand had held, the sistrum of her worship, shaped like the loop of life, the magic symbol that she had vowed to me, wherewith goes her power, which henceforth was mine. I took it and followed after the priest Kallikrates, to whom thenceforward I was bound by passion's ties that are stronger than all the goddesses in this wide universe. Here I, Allan, could contain myself no longer and asked, "What for?" Then, fearing her wrath, wished that I had been silent. But she was not angry, perhaps because this tale of her interviews with goddesses, doubtless fabled, had made her humble, for she answered quietly, "By Aphrodite or by Isis, or both of them, I did not know. All I knew was that I must seek him, then and evermore, as seek I do to day and shall perchance through aeons yet unborn. So I followed as I was taught and commanded, the sistrum being my guide, how it matters not, and giving me the means, and so at last I came to this ancient land, whereof the ruin in which you sit was once known as Kôr." End of chapter 13 of She and Allan by H. Rider Haggard. Read by Lars Rolander.